thing of where.
Let me take real quick, Jason. Bruce Arians just took the podium here. He says Cardinals basically injury-free. That's the best news of all from Sunday's game. Basically injury-free. That's the best news you can have.
As if our Monday couldn't get any better.
Well, and I think Ellington's coming back next week as well.
Along those lines, Andre Ellington, Mike Upati will start the week limited in practice, but no other bumps and bruises other than those guys.
That is fantastic.
You got to enjoy it while you can because that is so abnormal in the NFL. You don't have injury reports on Monday where it's a clean slate.
Yeah.
And again, this is if you can wipe 1 week off the schedule where things just went so well, that's such an advantage when you can have that much depth going into another game because no other team in the league, has that advantage right now.
We are at a brewery, and we might need a cold beer for this tweet that we got from Jen. Hashtag ABC15 cards. The Broncos are better than the Cardinals right now.
I think there's an
AFC. We get a kilt lifter over here?
I think there's
Shane, can you track the analytics of that tweet? Is that coming from Colorado?
You know, it doesn't say location-wise. At Hope Bain 13.
You know what? Her argument's going to be they played a tougher schedule. They're still undefeated. But I disagree. I think they don't have the playmakers defensively, and Peyton Manning is on his last legs. Realistically, he's looked great the last couple weeks. He didn't look great the first week.
No, he didn't.
I mean, I'm sure she's a Broncos fan, and I can see her point. But I think objectively, if you look at it, the Cardinals are a better team than the Broncos.
Yeah. Another quick update: J.J. Nelson, rookie wide receiver, will be out again this week. Not a big surprise. He has a shoulder injury. Was expected to miss at least 2 weeks. As far as that tweet, I think there's one AFC team that's probably better than the Cardinals right now, and I don't think it's the Broncos. We got a lot of comments that we're going to get to in a little bit later from Facebook and from the website. You guys were great as far as sending in comments.
Yes.
Please keep them coming. We're gonna keep looking at them and add them to the show. So, but yeah, we're definitely gonna get into our big question: are the Cardinals the best team in the Because it has to be talked about, regardless of who they played so far. The numbers they put up, the records they've broken, it has to be discussed.
Yeah. Again, tweet us ABC15 cards and give us a call, guys. 602-685-3017. 602-685-3017. Speaking of fans. Take a look at some of these picks that were sent from yesterday's big win. Of course, Cardinal Nation is so jazzed.
Got them right here.
Guys, I'll say this. If you follow a different team, you grew up somewhere, you're certainly entitled to your own opinion, and it changes week to week. If the Cardinals lay an egg against St. Louis next week, we won't be up here saying they're the best team in the NFC.
Right.
So it's week to week, and I just think right now when you look at the evidence objectively, you can't argue with the numbers they put up, the dominating way they've won these games. So Cardinals are in that argument as far as the best team in the NFL, and I think they're probably, most people are thinking they're the best team in the NFC right now.
Yeah.
Get to some photos here from most of these came in through Facebook. Again, you guys did a great job sending us photos. Please keep them coming.
Yeah.
Got this one from Miranda Rios here.
Look at that.
With her little guys there ready for the game.
2 young members of the Bird Gang.
Yep.
I like the flat bills, except that's kind of Colin Kaepernick-ish.
Oh, yeah.
But it didn't help him any.
I got to give Cardinals fans, man, they were talking some good trash after the game in the parking lot. I did not feel sorry for the 49ers fans that were leaving, but they took a fair amount of abuse. They deserve it. 49er fans have had way too much to celebrate over the years. I heard one 49er fan as they were leaving the stadium say this, and you'll appreciate this. They said, if we had Alex Smith, we would have won this game.
Yeah. He would have made up for 40 points.
How quickly they forget, right?
Now let's take a look at Liz Talbot. We've got a family 4 here. Look at that, and it's almost
they're in order.
Ascending.
It's great. It's great. If they were in descending numbers.
Is that a Matt Leinart jersey?
It is.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It is.
Wow.
That's sharp. How about
I will admit, I do have a Matt Leinart signed hat in my closet. Deep somewhere in my closet there.
Matt's a great dude.
Now you were rocking the Adrian Wilson jersey.
I was. It was his big day on Sunday. Great way to honor him yesterday as well.
Absolutely. Now let's take a look at Amy Harrison Kelly. Look at that crew. I like the foam finger.
How would you like to be in charge of all those kids at the game, right?
Yeah, right.
And you know what? You can't tell from the photo how hot it was out there yesterday.
Yeah.
It was probably 106 outside the stadium. It was warm.
It was brutal.
Good job, guys, representing the Cardinals yesterday.
Definitely cool. My favorite name of the bunch today, Lana Liven Sparker Henderson.
We hope we got that right.
Yeah. If I butchered it, I apologize. On a scale of 1 to 10, my obsession with Larry Fitzgerald, 11.
Because of his number.
I got to get that.
Well done.
Beautiful shot there, guys.
Great.
Now, how about Nicole Moraga?
Look at
that.
I'm guessing that might be Nicole. That's probably not Nicole in the picture there, but you see John Brown there signing autographs, I think, before the game.
Proud fan, got himself a graph. How about Evelyn Caseta? We got our first face painter.
Yeah.
I mean, what time in the morning do you have to get up to get ready?
He's got his
like
game
that? I'm
face.
guessing 5 a.m.
He's got his game face. I think he's ready to play poker, actually. That's a poker face.
I mean, we could also talk about that clean shave as well.
You know, when you have that much
Mr.
face
Clean.
paint on, you have to be grateful the game's indoors, right?
That's right. We have another face painter.
And this is
Gary
our
Burt.
and this is our only one from Twitter. Step up your game, Twitter. Facebook
Yeah.
beat you big time on Sunday here, but this is great.
Hey, guys. Great job sending in these photos. Send us a tweet or something. Let us know how long it takes to clean that makeup off.
Yeah,
Right. Is it permanent? You have to come to work on Monday with that?
big presentation the next day. Right?
That would be intimidating, right?
Oh, yeah.
A bird walks into your conference room.
Intimidated the 49ers yesterday, that's for sure.
Got a Hannah Bowman here with some serious Cardinals face gear.
Rise up, Red
And a
Sea.
big sign.
They sure rose. How do I get a pair of those glasses?
And this is a reminder, guys, you don't have to be at the game to send us your cards picks. Wherever you're watching the game, you're watching them somewhere else in the country, send it to us.
And sooner or later, we're going to have a competition for the card's biggest fan.
Hell yeah.
And have a bit of a giveaway. So keep sending them, guys.
Got a Josue Cardenas here.
Well done.
With the Lucha Libre mask there.
Right. That's a little, Nacho Libre look.
Yeah, there you go.
Foam finger. Tom, did you have your foam finger rocking yesterday at University of Phoenix Stadium?
No. I believe there are several foam fingers in our house. I'm a very big sports fan in the house.
We
A
got
lot of Suns foam fingers, too.
We got some people raising their kids right here. We got Teresa Soleil here. I apologize if you're mispronouncing your last name there, Teresa Soleil or Soleil. Her granddaughter here, already a Cardinals
Baby bird.
fan, coming into the world the right way.
That's beautiful.
Got Lisa Galindo here. Got the headgear going there with the kid. Beautiful.
Dad, I like the bow.
That's kind of like a 1920s kind of look there, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. And
Pink
then,
polka dots. We got to get red polka dots next time.
yeah.
It's a great pick, though. Look at that.
This is from Oyuki Uriarte. Oyuki Uriarte here. Love that.
What's the face look like after you score 47
I was going to
points?
say, she must be
Right?
watching the game right here. This is my face most of Sunday. And then the last one here, we got some armband gear here, rest gear from Heather
Nice.
Werfel, sporting the swag. That's all we got. But I mean, we got a lot of photos sent in. We could use them all. Please keep sending them. We'll get more in next week. We'll get more in every week the rest of the way. Hopefully, the Cardinals keep winning.
I love it. Keep them coming, guys. Again, use the hashtag ABC15 cards. And give us a call right now, 602-685-3017. 602-685-3017. What do you say we bring in the DJ Super Snake? Is he here?
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring him in.
I feel like we need some
There he
entrance
is.
music.
Yeah, we need some music.
Snake is in the house.
That's right. Longtime TV, radio personality here in the Valley, DJ Super Snake. Thanks for joining us, man.
Great seeing you.
Have a seat, bud.
All right.
You watched it yesterday? I'm assuming you did.
Yes.
What'd you think, bud?
Oh, well, what can you say? Cardinals looking good. Defense was making some noise.
Yeah.
Offense, Larry getting his due. One thing I want to say, let's make this very clear. All you talk radio guys, shh, that's why you're a talk radio guy. You sit, you talk, you don't
Right.
know.
That's
He's
right.
washed up, he's done,
Exactly.
he doesn't have it anymore.
Right.
Oh, what happened? Ding,
explodes.
ding.
Snake, here's what happened. They started including him in the offense, right?
Yeah.
They started
Right.
looking
Yeah.
for him. They throwing it to him.
Yeah.
And Larry's playing like he has something to prove. I mean, Larry will never admit that he has a chip on his shoulder. That's just not his style. But he is 12 years in the NFL. This is a very proud man who's going into the Hall of Fame. And he's on top of his game right now. He really is.
Right. We never doubted Fitz, did you?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, good.
and Snake, and Carson Palmer was saying after the game yesterday that Larry's the best blocking wide receiver in the NFL as well. So he's accepted this new role, right? Which isn't all glamorous on the time. He's playing in that slot position where he does have to block.
And it was a big thing too. He had to, actually had to learn that position as well. That was something that he didn't really know or wanted to do big. He was, you had to get used to it. Sometimes you got to get, hey man, we want you to do this, and then when you understand it and you accept it, and Carson Palmer, he knows the offense now. He really knows the offense. So that adds to, hey, let's do that move here, let's get that here. You got the wideouts doing their thing, and then you got Larry in the slot.
Let me ask you this. The hat. Were you first or Bruce Arians?
Come on. Zinner, tell me. Zinner.
Snake's been rocking that for many years since the Cardinals were probably not even in the Valley. And definitely when they were bad, right?
Right.
No, speaking of Bruce Arians, man, coming in after yesterday's huge win, still saying, guys, you ain't worth playing. Yeah.
And that's good. You got to do that. I like him. He's got a swag about it. He's got that southern drawl. and he reminds those guys that, you know, we're doing good. You smell a little better,
right?
But you're not that much better. You're smelling like Zinner right now.
he's got a pretty good
Steak, you know, Arians just got that vibe about him. I mean, everybody loves him. Doesn't it remind you? I mean, you were here in the middle of it when Charles was here.
Sure.
Just, you know, you don't want to compare Bruce Arians to Charles, but both these guys can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
Right, and people follow them.
Yeah.
Right, and they just have that air about them where they can lead people. And it's I really feel that the Cardinals have the best coach in the NFL. I mean, that is truly the difference maker for them. Him and Kime being on the same page as far as like bringing in this talent, but you really have to appreciate what you have with Bruce Arians.
2 of the last 3 years, NFL Coach of the Year, right?
Yeah, and then plus, you know, they have this good, it's just a great camaraderie. I mean, you know, it's obviously if you guys didn't like each other, it comes across.
Right.
If we're all
we
sitting
actually
here,
don't. As soon as the camera's up,
right. And if we all weren't sitting here, you know, if we don't have that chemistry. People know,
right.
and coaches, and one thing about players, they know if the coach is BS. They do know that,
right?
And one thing about that, I think that's what helps that football team is that they have that camaraderie, and they understand that the coach is like, no, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to be, and he's honest. If I think you are doing bad, I'm going to tell you you're doing bad, but you know, every now and then I'm going to tell you, hey, you're doing pretty good.
Right. Yep. And you know what? And he's ruthless too. He won't hesitate to cut you. And he's not out there to make any friends, even though players really like playing for him. I think
it's
they just
tough to
respect
strike
him
that
as well.
balance. Yeah. Now, your biggest takeaway these first 3 weeks of the season, as you said, you know, kind of radio guys, we could jump to. Of course, we're TV. We don't fall in that. We don't fall in that category. But should we? Is it too early to say, or too early to pose the question? Are the Cardinals the best team in the NFL?
Yeah, don't start there yet. Calm down. We're doing
how about
good.
half-step NFC?
We're playing all right. But for instance, 49ers, look how good the 49ers looked that first game. I was like, hey, a lot of people, man. I looked at the 49ers like, they're not as bad as people think.
Bowman
and then we turn around and see the next game and it's like, whoa.
Ugly.
I mean, the Cardinals can take an egg real quick.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why Aaron is really obvious about telling the players, hey, you're doing good, but please don't believe the hype.
Right.
You know, don't believe the hype. Let's keep working. Let's keep grinding and trying to get to the next level.
Right, and you know, I think what these first 3 weeks does is it changes expectations. We expect a great performance every week now. Yes. I think you can be a lot more critical of the Cardinals if they don't perform up. Not that they have to score 47 points and have 2 defensive touchdowns, but if we're going to sit here and say they're the best team in the NFC, they have to bring it every single week. They can't afford any letdowns. That's what the great teams do, right? They wipe a great game behind them, they forget about it just as quick as a bad game, and they move on to the next one. And I think this is shaping up perfectly. I'm not a fan of St. Louis.
Right.
I don't think they've got much.
But you know what? That's a game I'm worried about. Because
really?
That defense is serious, and that coach, he's got a way of getting those guys to just, for some reason, come in there and you'll get surprised.
Yeah.
And I hope this is not a letdown. You know, I hope the Cardinals don't let St. Louis come in there and try to stick them, because it's going to be a tough game. Carson Palmer, Larry, the St. Louis defense, man, they punch hard. They're hard hitters.
Did you see what Jeff Fisher tried to pull yesterday? Tried to set the doggone turf on fire.
And I'm
Run
not a
the team
huge
out of the
Jeff Fisher
building.
fan. I think we say the same things about St. Louis every year. I think they completely fall flat. And I think any team that tries to get in a shootout with the Cardinals is in for a long day, right?
Yeah.
So I just don't think you could place any hope on Nick Foles winning a shootout against the Cardinals offense. So they might be able. I think they can pose some problems defensively.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a great defensive front. You know, so that's the key is keep those guys off Palmer next week. But if you were looking for a trap game, this is this could be a trap game, right? Where you almost look past them at home, but I don't see that happening. Yeah, I really don't.
Let me pose the question to you that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
What's been more impressive the first 3 weeks, the offense or the defense?
It's tough.
That's a tough question.
It sure is.
But I have to say both. But, we've always had the defense. Now we're finally getting that offense. And I really think because Carson Palmer knows the offense now, and now the other players are finally getting to it. And I just like now that they're finally getting Larry the ball. That was the key.
So
if
true.
you get my boy the ball, give me the damn ball, man. Oh, they made a book.
Oh, never mind. Hey, Snake, don't you think Anquan Bolden was on the other side yesterday because he had no life in him. I was watching Anquan and all, and usually he's so spirited, and he's the heart and soul of that 49er team. And he had almost checked out mentally because I think he knows. And he's probably hearing that noise in that stadium and realizing how much fun it would be playing for the Cardinals, thinking, I wish I was on the other side, right?
And I actually feel sorry for the quarterback of the 49ers for once. I really did. I kind of felt sorry for him.
Man.